Ah,
Yes, I knew it. I knew we were going to make this work. I knew we would make this work. I was putting work.
course. So good to be here.
Yes, I'm loving it. I'm loving the hair, everything, the
Thank
glasses.
you.
Girl, hi. How are you?
Thank
Hi.
you. Thank you. Thank you. How are you? Good to
I'm
see you.
well. I am well. I am well. Busy but well. Busy but well.
Awesome.
I
You
have.
look amazing, actually. I
Oh,
love the
really?
glowing face.
Are you sure it's not a filter? We love you.
Okay, now we love it like that.
Hi, Ivy from Ivy Kasher is joining us from Dubai. Hello, how are you? So just saying hello to everyone. Somebody said Biola looking like money, looking like wealth. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So today, Abiola, I was telling people, I said I joined your live with Joyce yesterday, and I was just I was sitting there and I was thinking of my life. I was thinking, I said, Grace, what have you really done? Tell me what the origin and the destination of your problem. Because really, there was something Joyce said, and I don't want to preempt you, but I just have to quickly enter this, right? She said in her life she's made money, but when she looks, she can't see any money that she made. And 3 days ago, my accountant sent me our statement for January, like how much we made and everything. And I was like, you made this money? Why? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Like, because it doesn't feel like I made that amount of money. And I'm just like, okay. So when Joyce was saying that, when she said it yesterday, I just said to myself, in fact, during the live, I even left the live. I went to register for the challenge because I'm just like, look, Glory, you need to help yourself. You need to help yourself. So that's why we're here, guys. We're always talking about making money and all of that. But I believe listening to Biola yesterday, I realized that there are so many things that we're not thinking about. So many opportunities that we are leaving. I think we've been socialized to think it's all about making money, hustling to make money. But there are people who are creating wealth, and there is a mindset. Like there were some things you said yesterday that blew my mind. So like I said, I'm not going to preempt you. Let's first of all just tell us a bit about yourself. Tell us, because yesterday when you introduced yourself, I said, please, Abiola, everywhere you go, you should just be introducing yourself, because that introduction you did yesterday was fabulous, girl. So please,
Ooh.
about
You see, I used to be very humble. I used to be very humble, I mean, I would just give sneak peek, not give the total picture, but guess what? 2025 is a whole new level. Like, with you and Joyce in my corner, and we all doing this unlock the wealth code challenge. It's a whole new level, right? Okay, now let's calm down. Let's calm down.
Let's go.
Okay, my name is Abiola Adejiro, for most of you that don't know me, popularly called Biola Flow, the structure queen, the cash flow queen. I'm your money girl. Like, conversations about money have been like, my everyday conversation, for a very, very long time. I'm a chartered accountant, even though I rarely say that. Over 2 decades of being a chartered accountant. I didn't plan to be. I wanted to be a doctor, but somehow God knew that I'm going to be this money girl, helping people with their money. So, hey, he led me in that direction. So I'm a chartered accountant, and I started my career as an investment banker. I didn't really like banking, but I love investment banking because you get to talk about big money, yeah, without necessarily chasing deposits. So you're brokering deals, you're structuring, transactions, these kind of things, yeah. Those are the kind of things I love. So I went in the direction of investment banking, did that for a while, and then I went into consulting with one of the big 4 companies, KPMG precisely. And I was there for quite a while. And of course, I rose through the ranks, became a manager. I was in financial services, so I was auditing most of the major banks that Zenith Bank, Access Bank, GTB, Wema, FCMB, Sterling, they were my clients, right? And so very early on in my career, I got an opportunity to relate with people in higher levels, like executives. So I'm sitting with the CEO, MD, CEO of a bank, and I'm telling them what they are not doing well, Because because my work is beyond just auditing your numbers. It is really seeking to understand your business so that I can see where the gaps are, and then I can point it out to you so that you can do better, because that's how you add value. It's not just giving them audited financial statements. Just about anybody can do that. But for the kind of money that we charge in KPMG, we had to do a lot more. And so that was the mindset I brought to my engagement. So the idea of structure had always been in the work that I did, even throughout, my career, before I even came on, on social media, and I became this structure queen and all whatnot. Now, fast forward, moving out of, consulting, where I was the one telling people, do it this way, do it that way. I then moved into the industry where I was group CFO of, one of Africa's investment holding companies, if I can put it that way. So a conglomerate, a financial services conglomerate, but we also had investments in other sectors. And I found myself at the age of 31, 32, group CFO, stepping into these big shoes, managing 16 subsidiaries, being responsible for value creation. Now, I'm not just responsible for value creation from this business must deliver profits alone. That's not it. Like, that's a level. But I had people who were responsible for that in those organizations reporting into me. The bigger responsibility for me was that I had to sit in the shoes of the founders of these businesses and demand, that we're able to unlock value with those businesses. And I'm sitting with the managers of those businesses to say, how are we going to unlock value? Now, I'm going to share with you one secret that taught me, and I feel like every business owner that is listening to me should adopt similar principles with their business. There's something we usually do at the beginning of the year. Of course, we'll have done our budget in prior year and all of that, determine how much money needed to be made. But before that, what we usually did was that we determined how much dividend we wanted to earn from each of those businesses, right? And one thing that I emphasized a lot on, when I was speaking with Joyce yesterday, is the fact that a lot of business people, the way we approach our businesses is more like we created a job for ourselves, more like a means of livelihood. So the kind of demand that we place on the business is totally different, because the mindset that we're taking into the business is, let me earn money so that I can pay my bills. That's all. So if I happen to have excess, maybe we can now have this investment conversation. But it is not top of mind for most of us. It's first about livelihood. It's first about paying bills, just living, right? And so when you take that kind of mindset to your business, you don't demand much from yourself. You don't demand much from the business. When I say from yourself, I mean yourself as a business manager. There was also something that I busted yesterday, which is the mindset of seeing yourself as just the owner that is an employee, as opposed to the owner that is an investor. And so as an investor in your business, you are entitled to dividends. It means that your business must be able to produce so much value that you can take some money out of the business by way of dividends. I'm not saying that one that you just be drawing money anyhow from the business to pay for your petty expenses. That's not what I'm talking about. That you are able to start at the beginning of the year and say, this business should pay me 100 million in dividends this year. And 100 million is not that you have taking all the money of the business. So it is that you've taken maybe like 10% of your profits. Do you understand? Because there's a rule that I also share with the business owners in my community, where I'm always saying the way you should go about your business is to ensure that when you make profit, you're able to reinvest at least 50% of that money back into the business to take care of operations. Operations in terms of paying salaries. If you're into products and all of that, you can buy your inventory, whatever it is that you do, at least 50% goes back. Then invest another 30% in growth in form of expansion. Okay, I think I was supposed to do introduction, but I've already started teaching. So let's just be going. Let's just be going. Right. So you're able to invest into growth so that your business can expand and pay you more. And then the remaining 20% should be money that is going into your reserve. All right? Money that is going into your reserve. Now, if the money that is going into your reserve is not increasing, your business is not growing. Period. A lot of us are running businesses today where any income, we're spending money on expenses and our overheads, and it's a zero-sum game that we're playing. So you will be in a business for 5, 10 years, and then they will ask you, so how is the business? You'll be looking around just like Glory. I can't find the money. It means that the bulk of the money that we're earning is also going out. A significant portion of the money that is coming in, a significant portion of your cash inflow is also going out as cash outflow. So at the end of the day, when you look at the net position, that is the true test of whether you are running a profitable and a sustainable business or not. And I'm going to speak to business owners particularly. Well, I will speak to both career people and professionals because this challenge is for both of you, right? But it will probably apply to these different categories in different ways. But I'm speaking to business owners right now. Now, if your business does not earn enough for you to have this margin that allows you to now build wealth, there's no way you're going to build wealth using that business. And your business is one asset class. One asset class. As someone that wants to build wealth, your focus, which is the mindset of wealthy people, right? One of the mindset is that they focus on ownership as opposed to income, right? You see this thing about you need this cycle of you work more to earn more and spend more is a trap. You work more to earn more and spend more is a trap. So even you as a business owner, when they talk about from paycheck to paycheck, you would think, oh, it's for people that are earning salary because they're always waiting for the next check. Even you as a business owner that is earning income, if all the money or most of the money that you are earning is also going out by way of one expense or the other, you are also in the rat race. Do you see? What am I saying in a nutshell? My point is that think of your business as one investment, one. And for you to build wealth, you must have a portfolio of investments. You know that the way they say don't put all your eggs in one basket. That's what we do as business owners when we put all our money back into the business. Now, somebody is going to ask me, oh, but I just started my business. It's still a startup. It needs all the money and everything. I get it. There is a point where your business may require almost 100% of all the money back into it. But guess what? You better be sure that you are running a business that is scalable and that you don't remain in that circle for too long. Because if you run a business that does not generate enough cash flow, you will forever be in this circle. And the conversation about building wealth is going to be a very long conversation because it will take you time to get there. Let me pause.
Yes, I think it's high time you pause because the cane you brought with you for this life, the cane is painful.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Don't be angry.
I'm like, what's going on here? I've sighed like 7 times already, and we've already done like how many minutes of the live. So let me ask a question, and this is a question I sent to you yesterday. Is it too late? So that we know what is it too late?
It's not too late. The only thing is that you will have to double up. I think there was a video I posted on my Instagram earlier this morning. If you started investing, if you had this knowledge when you were in your 20s, you could afford to say, oh, I will only save and invest 5 to 10% of my income. And you will be fine. Like, you will be fine. You won't have to even do much. Because time is on your side and you can take advantage of compounding over a period of time. By the time you get to your 65, if you have been investing since you're 25 and all, you'll be balling. Do you understand? And you wouldn't have had to really stretch so much. But because you are starting late, you will need to double up. So right now, if you're starting in your 40s, you better be thinking about how you're going to be investing 25 to 30% of your income in wealth assets, in cash generating assets, because we now need to double up. We have less time, right? The time that will have worked for us, we don't have as much of that right now. And so that is why the conversation around the fact that you must have multiple streams that cash is coming in for you. Okay? Your business has to be a machine that is generating cash flow that allows you to be able to leverage that business and then build other wealth assets. You know how you are thinking about your retirement and you're saying, I want to get to a point in life where I don't necessarily have to trade time for money. I want to be able to have assets that I have invested in that are generating cash flows that, the cash flows that are coming from those assets is enough to fund my lifestyle expenses. When you get to that level, that's what we're talking about.
Okay. So I don't want the career people to feel left out. So what about career people? So with you talking a lot about business. In fact, there was something you said. You said wealthy people focus on ownership versus something. I didn't get that. What did you say?
Wealthy people focus on ownership rather than income. So the focus not be, yes, the focus, whether you are an entrepreneur or a career person, should not be just on income. You will earn income, active income first, because that's where you start. You must first exchange time for money. Whether you're a career person, you're an entrepreneur, that's where you start. Don't stop there, is what I'm saying. When you earn the income, it must translate to assets. Assets are things that give you economic value. Economic value comes from the cash flow you're able to generate from that asset. So the ownership of many assets is what helps you to build wealth. It's not so much the income that you're generating from what is perhaps your primary source of income today. A friend of mine called me like some days ago, top executive, in our company. And of course, she had watched one of my videos and she called me. In fact, she sent me a message like, how can I do all of these things? I want to do this, I want to do that, but it's just this my salary. I did not send text message back. I called. I said, this conversation is not, if we are doing text message, you will not understand it. Let me be real with you. You are in your 40s, mid 40s. You have only one source of income. You're paying mortgage. You're planning for your children's education. They have not even entered secondary school. Maybe they're just about to enter secondary school. They're still university education. You're probably planning for them to go abroad and study. There is forex to think about. You probably have aged parents that you're supporting, or maybe some siblings that are also drawing from you. And you have your own lifestyle aspirations as well. You want to live the baby girl life, Abi? And there are many more things you want to do in this life. Maybe you still want to, become a doctor like Dr. Glory. You want to pursue a PhD and all of those. I mean, many things you want to do. All these things, ego, nobody. Do you understand? You're going to need money, right? So, point down, what I said to her is, Kole work. Your salary is not going to be enough to do all these things. The earlier you start to think of how to multiply the different sources of income that can come to you outside of your primary source, the better you will be to be on that journey. And you have to think of, I was a career professional. I still feel like one, even though I run different businesses now. But a significant part of my work life was as a 9-to-5 person. So I'm speaking from a place of knowledge and experience. It's not theory. Yeah? I came into this awareness. Interestingly, I started my investing journey in 2005. That was when I got, my eyes got open to the stock market. And I just started like play. I used to, do business in school. I used to sell makeup. I used to sell jewelry. I used to sell a lot of things. So I had money, some loose cash. And somebody taught me about stock market. And I just used to buy stocks just like that, even though I got my hand burnt with some of the stock that I bought in the 2008 crash. But that was my foray into investing, right? I bought my first property in 2013, investment property, not my home, investment property, right? And so I've done a few things even as a career person. My point is that you have to think about owning assets even as a career person. So the reality of my ability to be able to own more assets really hit me in 2016. And at that point, what I did was I didn't rely on the fact that, oh, I'm a chartered accountant, I handle money, I do numbers. I still went for a coach. So I sat under a coach to really understand myself. And that journey took me on, it was a journey of self-discovery, because I was asking myself, what do I have outside of this career that I have? I'm a busy executive, for crying out loud. How many more jobs can I possibly take? I can't possibly do multiple jobs in that sense, the way you do like 2-3 jobs abroad, right? So I had to ask myself, so what else? What can I do? And I realized that I needed to start with myself. As a career person, I need you to see yourself as a brand asset that can be monetized. You may not have started that journey yet, but you have knowledge. You have knowledge assets that you can monetize and turn to money. And that was exactly what I did. I'm going to teach my blueprint in the challenge so that career people can learn from a place of, I did it, and this is how I did it. Okay? What I did was I looked at myself and asked myself, what do I have? I have knowledge. I have a natural gift of counseling, right? So I decided, okay, let's combine the two together now. What does that make me in the marketplace? I can be a consultant. And so what I did was I started consulting. Remember, I was coming from consulting, but it just did not occur to me that I could set up a business as me and consult. And that was how it started. So I started to consult. And interestingly, people would always call me, with business ideas. Biola, there's this business idea I'm thinking about. Can I just, talk to you about it? And then I can go on and on. I can spend 2 hours helping the person to dissect it. And I would do it for free. So it occurred to me that I had things that I could charge money for, that could give me money, right? And so that was how I started my journey. For me, it was on a quest to find other avenues to build assets. So income that was coming from all of these gigs that I was doing. And by the way, what it also meant was that I had to make more room in my life. I was not a lazy executive. I was filled to the brim like this. Like my hands were full. But I had to look into my life and ask myself, what will give? One of the things that gave way was my hair, interestingly. Yes.
Interesting.
My hair. For most of you that know me on social media, because I came on social media, I think in 2018, 2019, I was already on low cut because I had started that journey. I realized that a significant portion of my time was spent at the salon on weekends, doing my nails, my hair. So I'm like, okay, if I'm going to run this consulting business, I can't do it during my 9 to 5. I can only do it during my 5 to 9. So what it meant was that I had to make room in my life to be able to serve my clients in the night. I had to build a virtual team. I didn't even know that it was possible to work virtually with your team all over the place. I cracked that code even before COVID because I had to have teams that I'm working with. I had to crack something that would just work, create my own model. That was what I did. So I started my consulting business. I was dealing with my clients and I made them understand I'm in a 9 to 5, but I can help you. It's my brain you need. You don't need me physically, right? So we can get the work done. I would do trainings for my clients on weekends, on Saturdays. So my Saturdays was another sacrifice. It meant that I couldn't go for as much parties as I wanted to go because my Saturday was already gone. It meant that I had to trade part of my leave days. So if I had something to do for a client, for instance, I would apply for leave in the office and I'll use part of my leave days for it. Yes. So I wasn't going for as many parties. I wasn't going to the salon to make hair. I had to go on low cut, and thankfully the thing fitted me. So hey, we're just rocking it, So I had to find more room in my life that I could leverage for more. I had to understand what I had in my hand because there's no point for you going to town. You already have something in your hand today that can become money. You just need to know how to translate it to money and then how to multiply it. I'll stop there.
So for me, one of the things I'm taking out of it, when they say before you start a journey, count the cost. I really love this example that you've given. So when you said, I'm now thinking to myself, I said, Glory, are you going to stop going to the salon? I know it's not the same for everybody because for me, that's my chill out time when I go and do my nails. But I guess for everybody has to count the cost for their own individual lives and decide where that sacrifice. So my question now really to you is, it seems like there is a difference when you say there's a wealth code, and I really want to get into that mindset now, right? Like you said, we are trained to make money and we're always talking about getting money. But the wealthy, like you said, are focused on ownership, right? What is that mindset shift? Why are we stuck in this, would I say, plane? What is keeping us stuck and how do we ascend?
So let me take you back a little bit. The wealthy are also keen on making money. Don't get me wrong. They are still making money and they look for different avenues to make money. But the one thing that they do that the average person does not do quite well is that they learn how to keep it and grow it. They learn how to keep it and grow it. Most of us, we know how to earn money and then we know how to spend money.
Yes.
Do you see? So there is a saying that I keep talking about. If you've listened to some of my YouTube videos, I will keep saying, it's not how much you earn that will determine whether you're wealthy. I've seen people that earn 7 figures and they are still broke. And I've seen people that are not earning as much. I mean, I have an example of a teacher. She earns maybe like 500K. She has 2 rental properties apart from her home. She sent her kids to school on top of this small money. Meanwhile, I have people that earns tens of millions and they'll still be telling you they are broke. Yeah. So it's not whether the money is big or small. You see that discipline of keeping the money and making sure that the money gives birth to more money. That is where the secret sauce is. That is what the wealthy knows how to do so well, right? That they understand delayed gratification. They understand that they must not eat their seed. Let me tell you, your salary is your seed. So when you eat 100% of it, just know, let me not. It's your seed, right? And it is when you plant it that you can reap more harvest. Do you see what I mean? So it is the fruit of your seed that you're supposed to be eating, not the seed itself. As a business owner, the income you're making is not the money you should be spending. The money you should be spending is the interest on top of the income that you made, that you have invested, that has made more money for you. That's the one you should be spending. Selah.
Selah. Let the wise hear. Okay. So, Abiola, we have discussed the problem. We are all at fault. Where is the solution, Abiola? Where is the solution? How are you giving us a solution to this problem?
You see, you cannot build wealth on a broke mindset. Somebody sent me a message today. She said, I have 8 million. What should I invest into? She had gone to watch my YouTube videos. And then she came back and said, Biola, please, I have 8 million. I have not responded to that message. I hope she watches this live session. You see, I can't tell you where to invest. That's not where to start. Mindset. There are some things you need to unlearn. There's some things you need to relearn. Strategy is not, or the tools or the structures is not the thing that you need, because the truth is that when you don't break an old habit, you cannot form a new one. Okay? And so this journey of wealth creation is a long journey. You're going to need to build momentum for the journey ahead. And so it is important for you to have understanding of the habits of the wealthy that allows them to stay consistent. They are so consistent that it really does not matter what is going on, even when they have invested and the market is doing is dancing palongo. They are not moved because they are playing a long game. Do you understand? So the solution is that you need to learn. You need knowledge. When you start your investing or your wealth building journey from a place of knowledge, you are more relaxed. You understand why you're doing what you're doing. You understand delayed gratification. Nobody will need to encourage you to delay gratification. You understand why you're doing it. So is that why? Tell me.
Abiola, please. This delayed gratification, how do we balance it out? Me, I just want to be real because I want to enjoy this life. So please, this delayed gratification, is there a balance? Because when I hear delayed gratification, when I hear all I just see is suffer. We suffer and wait for the light at the end of the tunnel. Please, can somebody put on torchlight in the tunnel as I'm going? I want to enjoy myself. So is there
I
a
love
balance?
it.
I want us to have a real conversation, because every time when you're seeing the lady guy, I was just like, oh my god, that's me out of this equation, because yes, that's a
Because we
mindset.
need to enjoy this life, right? I get
Yes,
you.
enjoy this life.
I love the baby girl life too.
Hmm.
Yeah. Luxury is good. I love it too. I love it. So I'm with you on this journey. I'm with you.
Okay.
But I'm also going to say that luxury is only good when it is sustainable.
Hey.
So
Wow.
you don't want to live baby girl life now and then later you're now struggling. Can we build something now so that later, and that later can be 2 years from now, can be 5, it's not like a very long time. I'm just saying that we're going to craft a plan that allows us to enjoy our lives. It's not like we're not going to enjoy. In fact, you will budget for that enjoyment. Do you understand? So it's not just going to be happy dance. Do you see? You will have to budget for your enjoyment. The work that I do today, I run a multi-family office. We work with affluent families, ultra high net worth individuals. Apart from helping them to grow their wealth, we also help them to enjoy their money. So the conversation is balanced. I get it. I'm not all about, oh, pack your money and prepare it for the next generation. In fact, some of our clients will be like, please, before we give everything to the next generation, how much of this money am I going to eat myself before I pass it on? Do you understand? So I get it. And you can enjoy your life month on month. It doesn't even have to wait. It's just that the quantum of that enjoyment may need to grow over time. How much you deploy to enjoyment on a month-on-month basis may need to grow over time. So maybe your preference as maybe part of your enjoyment will be like, I want to travel to, exotic places and just let my head down like 5 times a year. Maybe you have to cut it down to 2 or 1 to start with. And then maybe we will use that money to build assets so that 2-3 years down the line, come on, you can now go on 2-3 of those kind of whatever, and then it ramps up from there. I don't know what your own thing is, right? I just use that as an example, right?
Amazing.
But things like you want to take yourself out, go to a nice restaurant, give yourself a nice treat. When I make money, I take a portion of it and buy something that I like to say, Biola, well done.
Yes.
Now, that thing does not have to be expensive. I'm not saying expensive stuffs. It doesn't have to be expensive. It can be something, it can be an earring. It could just be that I take myself to a restaurant and just have a nice meal and tell myself, well done, let's go again. Do you understand? So that my soul is, is appeased that we're doing this work and we need to eat out of the money, right? My husband always says something very jokingly. Whenever he gives me a gift, I wear the gift immediately. If it's something that can be worn, I wear it immediately. You'll be like, you didn't even wait. Let the thing even breathe. I said, no. In this life, let me use it now because I don't know tomorrow. So I use it. I enjoy it. So it's the balance. Is it somebody said, when does the delay end? You can set a plan. And again, these things are not meant to operate in a vacuum where it feels like the journey is endless. And at what point am I going to enjoy all this money that I'm working for? You can start enjoying from today. My point is, the quantum of your enjoyment may need to be graduated over time. You may need to build capacity now so that the enjoyment can increase year on year and you can have more of the things that you want. I mentioned an example yesterday. I said, for instance, I'm on a board and they pay me director's fees, something decent, right? That can buy me a car, like a luxury car. Rather than put that money in a car, because I have a functional car, right? But maybe I want to change my car, which is one of the ways I feel like, maybe get life. Let me also flex, Rather than put that money in a car immediately, I would ask myself, is there an investment I can put this money into that in the next 18 to 24 months will give me some good returns that I will only have to add maybe some little money and then buy that car? That's delayed gratification. In 2 years, I have eventually bought the car. It's just that that seed money is not what I used. So the seed money is there, but I have used the children and the grandchildren of that money to achieve my luxury flex purchase. So at the end of the day, what I mean by delayed gratification is that you're able to hold on a bit so that your seed can be planted, it can germinate, it can produce, and then you can start to carry your harvest and have fun with it.
Okay, so at least we know that the delay is not denial.
Mm-mm.
Delay is not denial. Okay, so Abiola, let's talk about the challenge, right? Because like I said, as you were speaking yesterday with Joyce, I went straight to your I think it was your Instagram page, and I went on the link and I registered. So tell people about the challenge. What is the challenge? What is the goal of the challenge? Who should come? Just tell us.
Okay. So the challenge is for two categories of people, because those are the people I have in my world, because I straddle both worlds, right? And I see the challenge on both sides as well. It's for career professionals who earn some level of decent income. The conversation we're going to be having in the challenge is not a conversation around, please save, you must save, and it's going to be a lot bigger than that, right? Because if you don't understand that you're supposed to save, then we cannot even talk about building wealth, building generational wealth, sustainable wealth. I mean, we cannot even start that conversation, right? So it is given that you at least have some source of income, right, that you can possibly expand. And then that can allow you to now be able to create more wealth assets, right? Those are the people that this is meant for. So you could be a career professional. You could also be an entrepreneur wanting to learn how to leverage your business as an asset class to make more money that you can then deploy into other asset classes. Remember, I talk about ownership as opposed to just income, just earning, right? Ownership of assets can give you cash flow. So this challenge, the Unlock the Wealth Code challenge, is a 21-day challenge. 21 days because I believe that it will take that long to break old habits and to start new ones, right? And so every day of the 21 days, I'm going to come on live, right? We're going to have live classes, maybe for about an hour. I will be teaching on those 21 days. But you would also be a part of a community where I can now take questions. I will be able to take a bit more personalized. It won't be as personalized as by one-on-one, but it will be a community that allows you to be able to pick my brain, to ask questions. Everybody else can also learn, even from the questions that you're asking and the questions that other people are going to be asking. We're going to be sharing templates, some simple tools that can help you to get on the journey very quickly and start implementing, because it's not going to be about talk alone. Because if it's just about talk, you can go and sign up for some course somewhere and just be listening to it as you're cooking. That's not it. You're going to be doing. You're going to be sharing your wins, right? Because we need to get into action. Like execution is the name of the game, right? So in the 21 days, you're going to be learning and you're going to be doing. The idea is that you will leave that challenge with clarity on how you're going to either fast track your wealth journey if you have started, or get started on that journey within the 21 days. So it's for people that are ready to take action. It's for people that are asking the same question that you asked me when we started this life, which is, is it too late? What can I do? I'm ready.
Right. I'm like, Abiola, just take me and lead me. That's how I felt yesterday, which is why I was like, oh, look, Abiola has to come into your life, because more women, I feel like this is so important for women. You know me, I'm always very passionate about my women, but I feel like as female executives, especially, you know, in the group we belong to, we're also talking about people who have either retired or about to retire and are feeling like, oh my God, I might outlive my savings, you know, and I still have children, young children, like you're saying, that haven't even gone to university, you know. Times have changed, you know. So being able to understand how we are creating wealth, not earning money, is so important. So important.
Absolutely.
So Biola, how can people get details of the challenge? Where should they go? Tell us.
Just go to the link in my bio. That's the simplest way to go about it. Or send me a DM if you struggle with getting into the link in my bio. Send me a DM, but easily go to the link in my bio. Just go there, click on it, and there you go. So, I mean, really, the conversation, the bigger conversation is going to be happening in the challenge. Like, there's only so much I can say on Instagram Live. I mean, there are a lot of secrets to to uncover, but we're going to be having that conversation there. Okay, I think my team members are also here. They've dropped the link, so if you can click it while we're here, it's fine, but you can also go to the link in my bio. Get on board, and then you would be routed into the WhatsApp group where we're going to be having the conversation after the live sessions.
Amazing. Amazing, guys. I encourage everyone to join this. This is not a gimmick. Yesterday, I registered myself. I know other women who have registered. I think it's so important if we are earning to understand how to unlock these mindset shifts that we need to make so that we can create real wealth, lasting wealth, and live the baby girl lifestyle as well. Thank God, Abiola has said it's possible. It's possible. Maybe we just have to spread it. Not everything.
Yes.
Everyone. Okay, Abiola, but what if people want to work with you directly? Like, people are like, okay, this challenge sounds great, but hey, Abiola, my own case is critical. I need one-on-one. How can they get in touch?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's like the real deal. You understand? The challenge is to give everybody an opportunity. I mean, this challenge is going for as low as $25. That's 40K. Money that you will use to have lunch in one city and you forget about it. Is to give everybody a chance, right? But if you're the person that feels like, you know what, please just come to my corner. Let's be doing this thing right now. Let's map out this plan. I'm your girl. Just send me a DM. We'll get on board, and of course, we'll make it happen for you. I'm happy to do that right away.
Fantastic. Abiola, thank you so much. Even though this was a live, you really opened my eyes. I mean, I listened to you yesterday, and I've listened to you again today, and I still had notes to take away. So thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much for also creating this challenge and making it accessible to so many people. I mean, I just love the idea. I joined the community yesterday. I'm in the WhatsApp group. I saw names of people that I already know. So I'm really looking forward to the challenge. And you know that I'm going to contact you personally, one-on-one as well. That one is for sure. So guys, take of this opportunity. I really think Joyce Daniel said something that 2025 is money year. And it's not about the money you earn, it's really about the money you keep and you grow, from what we've heard today. So let's get in touch with Abiola and let's make this happen. Okay.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Glory. Thank you everyone for joining. I look forward to seeing you on the inside.
Yes. All right, guys. Good night.
Bye.
If you have any questions, please send her a DM directly. Don't send it to me. I mean, I don't know the answer to money question. If you have questions, of course, you know I'm your girl, but the cash goes to the madam. All right, everyone. Good night.
Take care. Bye, everyone.